Okay. So, here's the deal. We're going through like this time of let's see here. Let me fix this. We're going through this like time of ascension, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. I just want to tell you about what I've had. About instant manifestation and things like that. So I after the eclipse, I meditated really hardcore. And this eclipse, the one at like 2-something in the morning the other night, and I was meditating during the eclipse, standing in my friend's backyard with my eyes closed, and I felt really fizzy and all this, I could feel the cosmic energy, and I could feel myself step out of my body and look at myself as this big white light standing in all this dark, standing on the planet. This is the beacon that I'm supposed to be, and we're all supposed to be. Anyways, so the next as we press on, that day I had healed up a bunch of old wounds. I hadn't seen my father in over 6 years, and me and a friend went to dinner with him, and he flew in for my nephew's military graduation. So I got to see my dad and spend an hour with my father, and I haven't spent any time with my father in 6 years. I haven't even seen him. I've spoken to him, but that's it. We're trying to repair a really damaged childhood. But that's a whole nother story. Anyways, so I patched up that shit. I mean, to the point where I hugged him in the parking lot, and I cried, when I was hugging him. I didn't let him see that, I cried, but I did, and we didn't make eye contact, so I don't know if he cried or not. Anyways, forward. So I meditate, and I go home, and we hung out, and we smoked some pot, and anyways, I went to sleep. And before I went to sleep, I meditated. I did a guided meditation, and I fell asleep. Anyways, woke up in the morning, and come to find out, there's this guy speeding around our neighborhood. So my roommate yells at this person, and they stop their car, and they get out with a hatchet, and they start talking about how they're going to chop my arms off and run us over with the car. So they jump at the car. The person jumps in the car, speeds towards us. My friend, we jump out of the way of the car. My friend took his knife and threw it at the driver. The driver got hit in the face with the knife, and almost lost control of the vehicle, turning the corner, putting his car up into somebody's driveway or something. Very similar, but the dude lost fucking control of the car totally, and he if anybody would have been there, he would have killed them. But anyways, he regained control, brought it about, whatever. Called the cops. Cops came. Cops went to his house, got him, shook him down. Didn't find the hatchet, didn't find the weapon, but came back and handed me my friend's knife. And said, your friend pegged him in the face pretty good with this knife. Here's the knife back. He's been instructed not to come around anymore. Anyway, so that happened. My friend left. When my friend was leaving, I said to my friend, hey man, you never know when you come back. You could come back, and I've got a pound of weed, and all our money problems would be solved, And he's like, oh boy, wouldn't that be nice? And so, anyways, I told him see you later. He's leaving. His grandma was in the hospital right this week, and bless her heart. But he left, and a friend of mine from childhood comes over. And he, Starts to ask me how I've been, and blah blah blah. Shows me what he's been up to for all these years, but 15 years I haven't seen him. And he says, I tell him, what I've been up to. I'm on probation. I got some legal stuff. I'm almost off probation like this week. I just need to pay off $875 in fines, and I'm good. So I plan on doing that tomorrow, which is Friday, and I needed more money to come in, like $300 more. I didn't know where I was going to get it, but I needed, because I want off probation bad. This is bull. It's stupid. So he goes to the truck, and he comes back from the truck, and he says here, and he throws this thing to me, and it's a brick of marijuana. It's a pound of it was bubblegum Kush and a bubblegum crossbred with OG Kush. Really nice stuff. Tells me to get my legal stuff paid off, and take care of my business side of everything, and get my license stuff straightened out. I tell him I don't have cash. I need scales, and so do you got any cash on you? And he says he says yeah, and he goes to the truck, and he comes back, and he hands me a $100 bill. I said, all right, cool, bet, and he's like, well, I'm gonna I gotta fly back to LA. He lives out there, and he said, so when you need any more of this, I'll have somebody contact you. So just take care of what you want, what you want to do, and that was it. So as far as like my roommate had came home and saw all this happen. And we got in the truck after my friend left, and I'm just driving down the street, like blown away that this just happened to me, because when I hear about people getting blessed, and I always hear about it being somebody else getting blessed, it's always a deal of like, this happened to this person, or this happened to that person, you know what I mean? But it never happens to you. Like me, no, hell no. But this one time, and my friend says to me in the truck on the way to the store, he says, Tommy, do you realize that you before I left, you said, Casey, you never know, when you come home, I could have a pound of weed and all our money problems would be solved. And you said that, and I left, and I came back, and that's exactly what happened. And I was like, oh shit, wow. So that kind of blew my mind, because I spoke it, and it came into existence like that fast, like right in front of me, like, and something of that magnitude. Wow. Like, talk about having faith or power of thought or intent or whatever you want to call it. Like, that's some action. That's dope. So we went to the store, and I went into the store, and I got me and Pop, and Casey got a Pop, and we went to the front of the line. There was like 6 people in the line. So I cut in front of everybody in the line, and I said, I turned around, and I was like, okay, all these people right here, I want to buy all of their stuff. So hey, everybody over here, like, bring all your stuff up here so I can pay for it. You know what I'm saying? And so this is what I'm doing. I'm buying everybody's stuff. So I bought everybody stuff, and I was like, anybody needs cigarettes, whatever, cigarettes, Newports, whatever, Newports. And so I buy everybody stuff, and I give them all their stuff. I turn around and I hug them all, and I tell them I love them, and God bless them, have a great day, see you later. Anyways, and I come home. So when I get home, I'm thinking about like everything that just happened, and like just how this went, and I'm thinking about like, okay, blessings, right? When you receive a blessing, it seems that I don't receive them very often, or something, or that I don't, not of this magnitude, not at all. But do you think, is it necessarily like, is there like when you receive the blessing and it's like a shareable one, like, okay, like that was $100 bill, you know what I mean? And I knew I could buy all that people's shit, and it didn't matter. If there was still, like, there was enough money for them, you know what I mean? But like, I received a blessing that I was able to share, and it wasn't even an hour and a half that went by that I turned around and went out and took the blessing and spread the blessing, you know what I mean? So do you think, like, is there like a time limit, or like not like linear time wise, but like etheric time wise, is there like, or like how karma adds up, like in this way or that way? Do you think that it's that way on blessings too, or do they come as you do good things? Do they just come more that way, or because my whole life I've done good things for everybody, learning here on earth, and it doesn't seem like it seems like I've always received a lot less for working 10 times as hard than everybody else does. And even when I don't want to, I do anyways. But I don't know. But anyways, this is the first video I've ever made, and I wanted to point out this, this manifestation of me, speaking this stuff and not happening, and this whole blessings thing and all of this stuff. But anyways, my name's Tommy Fields. You guys have a nice day. Peace.